So here's a step-by-step process of some key things to think about in order to get yourself to think about vertical lengthening in sitting. So in the sitting position, I'm gonna start with thinking about where my knees are in relation to my hips. It's easiest to get this vertical lengthened position with the knees slightly below the hips. So then I'm going to hands on hips, and I'm going to gently rock my pelvis front to back so I can sort of feel how far forward it goes and how far backwards it goes, and kind of find a spot right in the middle where I feel like there's no resistance in my back and I feel weight through my sit bones. And I'm gonna call that my position of least stress for my lumbar. Then I'm gonna relax. Now I'm gonna think about ponytail to the ceiling. Then I'm gonna think about, I'm gonna expand my chest a little bit, sternum to the sky a little bit, or sternum to the wall. And then the last step, I'm gonna think about, well, two more. I'm gonna think about bringing my shoulder blades down and back behind me. So I'm gonna just gently pull my shoulder blades down and back, and at the same time, I'm gonna cinch in my belly button muscle. So that is gonna engage a little bit of tension in my lower abdomen and a little bit of positioning of my scapular muscles. So that means not only am I vertically lengthened, but I am activated in those muscles. So we wanna have a lengthened position with some muscle activation for the stability. So those are the steps I think about in order to get that vertically lengthened position. Now the common mistakes people make are going to be when we think squeeze the shoulder blades down and back to engage those postural muscles, I call them, is a couple things. The first one is very often when you say shoulder blades down and back, people want to do this, and then that kind of blows this mid position out of range, right? So if I go elbows back, then it sort of kind of creates this overarching position, and then so this is no longer in its best position. So I need to be able to do shoulder blades down and back without snatching elbows backwards, okay? And then the other common mistake is you think tall, sit up tall, stand up tall. People want to do this, and that's the opposite of you want to do, because look at what's happening here. When I go eyes up, this closes down and shortens these muscles here when I want to vertically lengthen them.